Senate President Chis Escudero pinagre-resign sa kanyang pwesto. Maulan na araw po sa inyong lahat. Isa po ba kayo sa nadismaya sa pag-reschedule ni Chis Escudero ng reading of charges ni Vice President Sara Duterte na supposedly ay sa June 2 gaganapin? Pero pinospone ni Escudero at ginawang June 11. So nagkaroon po ng haka-haka na parang diniderail ni Escudero ang impeachment trial. Sa tingin naman ni ML Party List Representative Laila De Lima, ay parang gustong patayin sa Senado ang impeachment trial. Ako dismayado din eh. Para bang ang tagal na eh. Ang tagal na natin naghintay. Ang daming pakulo ni Escudero. Imbis na noong Pebrero pa sinimula yung impeachment trial dahil sabi nga sa batas dapat forthwith or agad-agad, pinagpalibang po niya ito hanggang July. Pero magsisimula po yung proceedings ng June 2. At nagsalita pa siya na all is set for the impeachment trial. Pero a few days before June 2, bigla niyang ipinaalam sa taong bayan na inireschedule niya yung June 2 to June 11 ng reading of the charges. Abay, talaga magdududa tayo. Although may mga senador naman na naninigurado na tuloy ang impeachment. Aba, dapat lang. Kung hindi, taong bayan ang haharapin ni Chis Escudero. May mga nagpaparesign na nga po kay Chis. At isa na dyan, yung aking paboritong attorney vlogger na si attorney Rene Bueno. Nag-post po siya sa kanyang channel. Sabi niya, for the Vice President and the 19th Senate, resign now. Resign. So ang pagkakaintindi ko dito, ang pinagre-resign niya, ang Vice Presidente na si Sara Duterte at ang 19th Senate, meaning si Chis Escudero kaya lang ito, o yung buong Senado. Sabi po niya, your failure to forthwith act on the impeachment complaint as explicitly mandated by the Philippine Constitution is a monumental betrayal of public trust and a culpable violation of your sworn duty. By delaying and obstructing this vital process, you have undermined the very rule of law and denied the Filipino people their right to accountability. Your continued stay in office is a disservice to our democracy. Step down. Resign. So sa heading ni Atty. Bueno, hindi lang si Chis Escudero ang kanyang pinagre-resign, pati na rin si Vice President Sara Duterte. Pero ano nga ba ang mangyayari kung sakaling mag-resign si Vice President? Kasi a few weeks ago, mayroon pa mga kumalat na mga balita. Alam nyo naman sa mundo ng politika, mabilis pong kumalat ang mga chismis o marites. Pero siyempre hanggat hindi nangyayari, hindi po natin dapat paniwalaan agad. Pero yun nga pong sinasabi na magre-resign daw si VP Sara sa kalagitnaan ng kanyang impeachment trial. Bakit? Dahil takot siyang mahalukay lahat ng mga anomalya, yung mga ibinabato sa kanyang korupsyon at kung ano-ano pang mga issue hinggil sa kanyang impeachment trial. Aba, napakadami po doon. 7 articles of impeachment. Kaya ang sabi ng iba, magre-resign daw si VP Sara kasi kahit papano kung magre-resign siya ngayon, out na siya as Vice President, pero pwede pa rin siyang tumakbo sa 2028. Dahil kung siya ay makonvict sa paparating niyang impeachment trial, perpetually na po. Ibig sabihin habang buhay, hindi na siya makakatakbo sa kahit na anong posisyon sa gobyerno, kahit na barangay tanod. So naglabas na rin lang ng statement si Atty. Bueno na pinagre-resign ang Vice President at ang 19th Senate. Pakinggan naman po natin ang paliwanag niya. Ano nga naman ang mangyayari kung sakaling mag-resign si VP Sara sa kalagitnaan ng kanyang impeachment trial? Pero siyempre, bago po tayo magsimula, pasyalan niyo po ang YouTube channel ni Atty. Rene Bueno. Mag-subscribe na po kayo kung hindi pa. Dahil sabi ko sa inyo, isa si Atty. Bueno o siya na yata yung pinakamalinaw, pinakasimple na magpaliwanag tungkol sa batas at sa mga kaganapan sa politika na kayang-kaya po nating maintindihan ng mga mere mortals. Panoorin po natin ito.
Noong nakaraang episode po ay ating pong tinalakay ang mga kaso ng mga high-ranking public officials during the last 25 years. And this refers to the impeachment complaints filed with the House of Representatives. So yung pinag-usapan natin ay mga 5 public officials that were impeached by the House of Representatives during the last 25 years. We also tackled the matter na out of these 5 impeached public officials, 3 of them decided to resign midway during the impeachment trial conducted by the Senate of the Philippines. One was convicted and the other one ay na-channel from impeachment complaint to a quo warranto petition. So natanggal din siya. So lahat ng 5 na yan public officials ay were removed from public office. Walang acquittal na nangyari, lahat removal, either they resigned from the office or yung isa na convict ng ating Senado. And since puro resignation yung majority nangyari dun sa ating discussion last episode, now we will dive deeper now into the impeachment process. At ano ang mangyayari just in case an impeachable official decided to resign midway, no, during the impeachment trial being conducted by the Senate of the Philippines. What is going to be the legal effect at ano ang mangyayari doon sa public official. So let us start with a hypothetical situation. Okay, let us say may na-impeach na public official. O sabihin na natin yung Vice President, kasama na rin itong mga members of the Constitutional Commissions. Kasi alam niyo po sa ilalim ng saligang batas, ang mga impeachable officials ay ang Presidente, ang Vice Presidente, Justices of the Supreme Court, members of the Constitutional Commissions, kasama dyan ng Civil Service Commission, Commission on Elections, Commission on Audit, at yung Ombudsman. Exclusive po yan. No, sila lamang po ang mga public officials na pwedeng matanggal, ma-remove from office through the impeachment process. Yung other public officials appointed by the President ay pwedeng tanggalin from the office, no, by the implementation of other existing laws but not through impeachment process. Okay, so remember, exclusive yan sa mga nabanggit kong mga public officials. So let's start. What happens now if midway during the trial, the Vice President or any of the members of these constitutional commissions or justices of the Supreme Court decided to resign from public office? What will happen now? What is going to be the legal effect of the resignation of the impeached public official? So, siguro alam niyo na, no, kung ano mangyayari. Definitely, yung nag-resign from public office midway, no, during the impeachment trial sa ating Senado, they are automatically out of office na, no? They are considered as out of the public office already. But that is one of the primary goals actually of the impeachment case, to remove the impeached public official from public office. Kaya nga lamang may isa pang goal, no, ang impeachment, and that is to disqualify the impeached official from holding public office in the future. Perpetual disqualification yan. Ibig sabihin ng perpetual disqualification ay in the future hindi na siya pwedeng bumalik sa opisina sa gobyerno. Either ipa-appointment sa presidente o kaya ay tumakbo yan sa isang eleksyon, kahit ma-elect yan. Then the impeached official, convicted official is already prevented from holding public office. So yung legal effect of resignation, isa lang yung ma-attain na goal, sapagkat yung goal na yon ay to remove the public official from public office. Kaya nga lamang, yung isa pang goal na to perpetually disqualify the public official from holding public office, prevent her from going back to the government service ay hindi ma-attain kung ang Senado ay magdi-decide na ihinto na yung impeachment trial. So, kasi kapag dito sa tinalakay natin noong nakaraang episode, yung sa kaso ni Merceditas Gutierrez, sa kaso ni Andres Bautista ng chairman ng COMELEC, sa kaso ni former Joseph Ejercito Estrada, na lahat sila nag-resign during the impeachment trial. So, kaya nga lamang ang Senado during that time decided not to proceed with the impeachment trial, and they did not render any decision of conviction or acquittal dun sa mga public official na na-impeach na yon. So, that is why si Joseph Ejercito Estrada nung nag-resign niya, nakabalik pa yun. He even ran for the office of the president noong 2010. Muntik pa ang manalo. Kung dinala na iglesia, hindi mananalo si Noynoy Aquino during that time. Because yung boto niya, tsaka ni Noynoy Aquino na nanalo, ang difference lang nasa 5 milyon. Imagine kung dinala siya ng iglesia na Cristo during that time, abay, nakabalik yan sa office of the president. So, nung matalo siya doon, tumakbong mayor ng Maynila at nanalo at nagsilbi nga siya ng 2 taon. So, bakit siya nakabalik sa public office? It is because of the fact that the Senate decided not to proceed with the impeachment trial. Hinayaan na lang. Pinabayaan na lang yung impeached public official. That is why nakabalik sa office of the mayor sa City of Manila at tumakbo pa ng presidente. In the case of Merceditas Gutierrez, hindi pa nga nag-uumpisa yung impeachment trial, pero na-impeach na siya ng House of Representatives. Ang ginawa niya, she resigned, and after the resignation, she was appointed as one of the board of trustees of GSIS. So, yung isa sa primary goal ng impeachment ay hindi na-attain because of the fact na hindi tinatapos ng Senado ang kanilang impeachment trial. That is why yung mga dating public official na na-impeach na but decided to resign were able to go back to the government service. And this is something na dapat hindi ipagpatuloy ng ating Senado sa mga susunod na mga impeachment trial na kanilang kakaharapin diyan sa Senado. Bakit? Kasi ang purpose ng impeachment trial, aside from removing the impeached official, the public official from public office, is to disqualify them perpetually from holding public office. Because we need to prevent these abusive, corrupt officials from going back to public service. Kasi abusado sila corrupt sila Why will you allow them to go back? So, the Senate is actually, or the Senate must continue or proceed with the trial of the impeachment of this public official, and impose the necessary penalty of perpetual disqualification para ma-attain talaga yung purpose ng impeachment process. Kasi kung hindi mo tatapusin ng trial, babalik at babalik yan sa public office. Isa lang ang natatandaan ko hindi bumalik si former chairman ng COMELEC na si Andres Bautista, at alam ko nasa Amerika na. Pero the others ay talagang bumabalik either by election or by appointment of the president, katulad ni Merceditas Gutierrez na na-appoint sa GSIS. Si Erap na elect as mayor of the City of Manila. So, in the future, sana ang ating Senado, kung sakasakaling sila ay magkoconduct ng another impeachment trial, in the event that the public official decided to resign, they need to proceed. They need to continue with the impeachment trial. Regardless kung natanggal na yan sa public office, umayaw na yan, you need to continue with the impeachment process in order to prevent this public official from going back again to the government, because the Senate has the duty, it has the role to protect the integrity of the government and public trust. Kailangang i-prevent yung public official no, to go back to public service. Public officials which are deemed considered by the House of Representatives, kaya nga inimpeach as very abusive, corrupt official, and they should not be given any opportunity na to serve, allegedly to serve the people, pero hindi naman nagseserve ng interest for the people. Interest lang nila ang binibigyan nila ng proteksyon, at binibigyan ang interest nila ay talagang payamanin lamang ang kanilang mga sarili, no? At hindi naman talaga para magsilbi sa bayan eh. So the Senate has the obligation to continue with the impeachment trial if the impeached public official decided to resign midway during the impeachment trial. So that's so ma-attain natin yung primary goals of removing the official and also to disqualify them perpetually from holding public office. Although it is not provided for under the Constitution that the Senate must continue with the impeachment process after the resignation of the impeached public official, but it has the moral obligation. I-continue mo. So that's so, makuha mo talaga yung primary goal of disqualifying an abusive and corrupt official from holding public office in the future. Wag nang pabalikin kasi nagkakalat lang sa ating gobyerno, and you need to protect the integrity of the government and the public trust. Even though na mag-resign yan, the Senate must proceed with the impeachment process and impose the penalty of perpetual disqualification to prevent these abusive and corrupt officials from going back to public office.
Ayan, hindi ba napakalinaw ang mga pwedeng mangyari kay Sara Duterte kung sakaling siya ay mag-resign sa kalagitnaan ng impeachment trial? Kayo po ba, anong gusto niyo? Mag-resign na lang si Sara Duterte o magpatuloy sa impeachment trial hanggang sa huli?